Hello, magical beings. Welcome to my beautiful channel. I'm Sorimar, and I am so happy you are here. This is my first time recording with this format, and let's have some fun. So today, your higher self wanted to give you some guidance on your next new journey. There's a sense of being in a fork in the road, in a transition of identity, of self, of your values, how you showing up in the world, authenticity, love, finances, purpose. It's like you're under the microscope in so many ways, in so many facets of self wants to be leveled up. So it might feel uncomfortable, it might feel unclear. There's a sense of rebirthing the self, the identity of the self, the way you think, the way you breathe, the way you speak, the way you move, the way you act, if your thoughts and emotions are aligned with your actions. That's being all looked at right now in your life. So we're gonna do 3 piles. The intention is getting guidance on your higher self for this new journey that you're about to be in. So can we get pile 1, Spirit? Pile 1 for those beautiful souls watching here or in the future. Connecting to each pile. Pile 1. What is pile 1? Okay. I see movement between both worlds. Yes. Ain't that the truth? Welcome to upgrades, ascension, people. Oh, okay. So pile 1 is number 32 here in the now. Pile 2 is chaos and conflict, number 33. And pile 3 is no place like home. Okay, Spirit. Can I get one more for each? One more card. So as you're watching me pick the piles, and I should have shuffled off camera, but we're gonna do this together, peeps. And the reason for this is that I like for you to send your energy, your sprinkles of energy to each pile as it gets cultivated. And if you're watching this pile, the intention, 1 card each, Spirit. Pile 1, 2, and 3, please. While you're watching, your energy is being put into these piles, into this space, into this quantum field, so it could be read more accurately. To the time and space, which is the beautiful aspect of that. Okay, 1 more, Spirit. Okay, you've got 2 different. And let's see. Ay, Dios mío, mami. Well, if you're new to my channel, again, my name is Sorimar. I am excited to do more pick-up cards. Normally I do it with a face video because I like to talk to the camera. I'm not sure how I'm liking this. But I'm here to practice and to bring you the clarity, to bring you the guidance from the divine, from source. Because all I hear is stop playing small, be seen, deliver the messages. So I'm like, okay, let's fucking go then. Let's go. Let's be seen. Let's share the love. All right, so my pile 1, my beautiful babies. I am going to pick tarot in a bit, individually. But so now we're going to pause the video, connect to each pile, use your intuition to pick the pile that best resonates for your highest and greatest good. Taking a deep breath as you breathe in and setting the intention for you to get guidance on your next new journey from your higher self for your highest and greatest good. And the greatest good of everyone involved. And so it is, and so it be. Oh. So if you pause, pick a video, let your intuition guide you to where you feel called, or maybe it's the colors, you know, tap into your zone of genius. You have the answers within, literally, no place like home. And we're gonna clear this energy. Put that there. Well, my friends, make sure if you have not liked my video, make sure you press like. Ooh, the phone is moving. Press like, follow, subscribe. Find me on Instagram as well under Intuitive Sorimar. And join this ride with me. Come along with me, my beautiful child. All right, so let's bring out the Oracle cards. Ooh, love that. Love that for you, you sexy beast. Okay, so we're looking at the current energy here and the now. Past regeneration, okay. Blocks is releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. And new moon in Pisces, meditate, contemplate. So you are in a process, my friend, of full regeneration, full upgrades, like I was talking to you about, leveling up on so many aspects. And the good thing is that you are past the death. The death already happened. You are in regeneration. Regeneration, and I don't know how far you could see accurately, but regeneration here, you are coming up, out, springing along with clarity, with newness, with new aspects, the way you perceive life, the way you feel, the way you connect, the way you start to live. Your actions are different, but you're being guided to release patterns. Look at yourself, look at the situations in your life and release the patterns. Give it up to the universe, to God. Unbound yourself from these patterns, contracts, and past life situations. So you might be experiencing karmic connections, whether it's through family, love connection, employment, work. The people in your life right now that are moving through deep healing seems to be a karmic cycle that's closing, and it needs to be released, okay, for this regeneration to happen. So meaning, choose something. If your pattern is people pleasing, stop people pleasing. If your pattern is to give people more than one chance because you believe in change and you've always done that, then do the opposite. If you are over giving, you know, start putting it into yourself. And meditate and contemplate is coming up. You're being asked to be present. You're too much in the mind, in the past, in the future. Focus on the present. Where can you bring joy? Meditating and contemplate is doing the inner work, the shadows, looking at the emotions, looking at the limiting beliefs, programs, and patterns that are showing up for you to unbound yourself. You know, so introspective, being gentle, looking at this from a different perspective, and all perspectives, inner child, your future self. What are you being asked to? What's going on? Why did you react the way you did? What is this here to teach you? Knowing that all of this that you're moving through is here for you, is part of your soul's growth, is part of your ascension, it's part of your new alignment, I hear. Alignment in your new journey, your new timeline. You've been asking to level up. You've been asking to have a better life, to expand, to feel, to be wealthy, to be in alignment. Well, now it's time to choose from that and not choose from old patterns. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, what is their current energy, Spirit? Current energy from my pile number one, my numero unos. Ay, okay. Oy, un montón. Okay. Wish fulfillment. I like that. There's a pause in... There's a pause, almost like a reflection of relationships, and really emotionally fulfills you, not others. It's almost like you were coming to the Nine of Cups. So there's a hold of like doing the inner work in the union outside of you and stop focusing it outside. there's this explosion within yourself as you do this shadow work and meditate, contemplate. You're going to have new divine inspiration and the clarity to your wish fulfillment, to your own emotional interdependence within yourself. This pause is you nourishing your soul, your higher self inside, your inner child, and creating your own emotional fulfillment. So if you're not in this energy, this is where you're being guided to go. Okay, beautiful. What was the past energy? What's the past energy? What is the past energy? Can you get 2 more, please? Past energy. Okay. Past energy is surrendering. It's closing old cycles, letting it be to God. It's almost like closing things that have to do with you not being seen, you believing in like playing small. So things, old karmic cycles, behaviors, patterns, you just surrendered it and you're like, I am going to be my own 6 of Wands, right? I'm going to create this myself. I'm going to create my inner security and financial wealth myself, right? So moving along from being codependent on the idea of what a connection would look like, what it would feel like, and creating that within yourself. Beautiful. What is the number 1 block in Pile of Wands energy right now? Thank you. The feelings of deceit. Where are you deceiving yourself? Is this energy of being manipulated, lied to? You know, the 7 of Swords is about deceit, betrayal. What about the 7 of Swords? Okay. Trusting your intuition. Past life connection. 8 of Wands. Yes, moving away from the deceit and the betrayal, right? The 10 of Swords is the epitome of all the swords, being backstabbed, like walking away from that energy, being inspired into new energy, cultivating and nourishing self, becoming the nurturer, the empress, the fire within, taking action towards a connection or an energy of equal give and take, because the high priestess always knows, like she knows this has been coming. So you know that there's an energy of past life soul connection. Like the 6 of Cups is past lives, this deep soul connection, remembrance. Like deep down inside, you know, you just can't see it, but you're moving towards that timeline. So that's the timeline that you're headed towards. You're moving away from this deceitful, backstabbing energy and not letting that energy dictate you anymore. It's like you're burning that shit. Burn it, let it go. Burn it. Turn on the fire within, okay? Nurture yourself. The Empress she knows her value. She knows her worth. She is the shit. She is the nurturer. She nurtures herself first. She takes care of herself, and then energy starts to move. The 8 of Wands is about fast movement. So where are they headed towards? Where is this energy heading towards? What is my pile 1? What's this new timeline? Can I get a clarity on the 6 of Cups, this new timeline, Spirit? That's a mess. Ooh, the 4 of Wands, that celebration, that is everything you wanted. It is marriage. It is celebrating victory, right? Here you are. I love that. And letting go of the illusions, right? Starting to see things for what it is, getting out of the mind and healing, bringing balance, you know, no longer settling. So, ooh, I love that. So you are going to make it, my friend, wherever you are in your journey here. Just know that this journey is being asked for you to level the hell up inside and no longer settle for anything that's not high value, high caliber, and it's time for you to embody that and see yourself and go out into nature, shake up your energy, but know that this was just a soul lesson, a soul correction to get you to the timeline you want, and it's coming, it's here. All right, my pile number 1s, thank you so much for dropping in with me, sharing energy, for putting the love and light. Make sure you like it. Drop it in the comments if this resonated, if you want more. And super excited to have you here. Ciao. All right. My pal number twos, welcome my beautiful babies, my soul tribe. My name is Sorimar. I am here to shine light on bringing you clarity. If you're feeling stuck or stagnant, or you just want to be supported by your divine team, by source, your higher self, this is the place for you. My messages are channeled directly from source and your guides, and I see, hear, sense, and channel directly. So sometimes it comes through in many different ways, but today we're going to use the oracle cards and tarot to bring you a message with the intention of your higher self. What is the guidance of your higher self giving you on your next new journey? So there's an element of death and rebirth in these in this reading today. Is parts of you have had to die to be rebirthed as a version of you that you were always meant to be. Ooh, yes, I could relate to that. So we're gonna take a look at what the energy is. What's your past energy, current energy, blocks, the higher self guidance, and what your new timeline looks like if you follow the guidance. Okay, so present energy is chaos and conflict. 33, which is a divine number. 33 is all about growth. It's also about union. 3 is mirroring, so there could be connections to soulmates, twin flames, a union, any divine union in mirroring, but also the sense of you being mirrored to yourself, your inner divine masculine or feminine. Chaos and conflict, so you're shedding, you are death and rebirth, clearly. So you're moving through energies of what looks like recalibration in your life, getting you to the right alignment in your timeline, your highest timeline. But first you got to shed what doesn't work for you. So this, depending on how you decide to work with this chaos and conflict, it could be either really uncomfortable or a treat to know that, wow, the more I let go, the more I change who I thought I was and move through this differently, I am going to become and rebirth to the version of me that wasn't attached to these patterns, programs, limited beliefs, and old ways of thinking and being. Truth be told, so you're seeing things from a different perspective. Again, transition, 4 + 1 is 5. That's change, that's a transition. So you're moving from probably having a long overthinking and unclear, very doubtful energy to really having a higher perspective, like this aha moment, like, I see my pattern. I see why I was stuck. I can't believe I fell for that. And then doing like inner child work and seeing things for what it is, taking off the rose-colored glasses is what I hear. Okay, a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. So this goes with the same energy of what we're talking about here. The full moon in Cancer is all about feeling. It is really going deep inside in your waters and seeing what is going on here, what is asking to be changed, what am I not feeling, what am I ignoring, what am I not looking at, right? And this personal issue is here so that you can see, so that you can change, so that you become a new version of yourself. So a personal issue resolution, make sure your mindset is optimistic, not pessimistic, right? Because this unfolding had to happen so you could become a new version of you. Who you decide to be is up to you, right? We all have free will and choices. You can decide to be the best version of yourself and integrity and values, or you can play small, hide, be deceitful, lie to yourself, betray yourself and others. You're being asked here to level up in so many ways. Like, all I hear is level the fuck up, it's about time, you're not listening. There's like I see someone holding on to themselves, to their personality, to their identity, to ways of thinking, being, loving. It's almost like fear of the unknown. So I rather sit in this and say this is me. But the reality is this is me created by the version of me that experienced trauma, not the version of me that's created by the light of the creator. Wow. Boom. Dropping divine nuggets. Thank you, Spirit. Aho. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So this destination, this uncovering, this seeing things differently, you're heading to your purpose, to your true north, is where purpose is created. The version of you that has overcome certain things, obstacles in life, transitions, that now is moving towards what you're meant to be doing here, right? So whatever you're learning here, the direction, the realignment, it is your true north. So that's actually a very good sign, very exciting. Okay, Spirit. Let's see, what is their pile number 2's past energy? Can I have 3 cards, please? Past energy. What is their past energy? Okay, so someone was sitting in lack, is focusing on the what didn't work out, holding on tight to the disappointment, to things not working out, feeling defeated, feeling like miserable. I mean, look at her face. She's like, I ain't having this shit. Very victim mindset, right? Especially with the 4 of Pentacles here. It's holding on. So that's holding on to lack mindset. What is their current energy? What is their current energy, Spirit? Current energy? Or do we want one more in here? Current energy? Okay, I feel like one more wants to come out here. Okay, 4 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. Can I have an extra? Thank you. Yeah, the King of Cups. So it's almost you're defeated and upset on the things that didn't work out. Also, your emotional body. King of Cups is someone that is grounded in their emotion. It's their king, right? The king of their emotional fulfillment. There's an aspect of being in the sorrow and the victim energy of this didn't work out. And also having to create this within yourself, clearly, if it's here. So 4, there's duality here as well. So it's almost like mirroring effect. So there is, this feels more like a love connection. There is an aspect of being mirrored, and you both are sitting in this. You both are holding tight your emotions. No one's sharing their emotions, and they're just both being pessimistic, thinking of the negative stuff. So there's an act of emotional maturity and integrity that's being asked. Okay, what is the current energy? So you might be marrying each other, which I wouldn't be surprised in divine union. There's always a lot of marrying, but there's an element of taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, and like focus on the positive, focus on the growth. The current energy is looking at, that's too many cards, Spirit. The 7 of Cups is looking at choices. What am I doing? Thinking what's best, what's in alignment for my highest and greatest good. Okay, Spirit. Give me clarity on the 7 of Cups. Okay, this one wanted to come up. So you're being asked to pause, to look at the option. What do you want, right? Truth be told, what is it that you really want? What do you deserve? Can I get another card on the 7 of Cups, please? One card, one card, one card. Okay, we'll do this. Paying attention to what's hidden underneath. The moon is the illusions, the mind, the emotional body. There's something deep within that needs to be looked at, healed, right? So this personal issue can be resolved. So it's like looking within, what's going on? What are my patterns? What are my programs? What in me is attracting this? And what is it here for? So for me to learn. Okay, Spirit, what are the blocks? What are the blocks for pile number 2? The blocks is putting in the work, putting in the time. So if you are not putting in the work for your inner journey, right? You're not pausing inside to look at this emotion. Like this is someone unclear what's going on inside. It's not balanced with their emotions. They are scared to go deep inside and look at the emotion, attend to the emotional body. So you're being asked to go inward and like change the perspective, but also feel, bring balance, do the inner work just as well as doing the outside work, taking action physically, right? So you're being asked, the divine feminine, the moon, is all about trusting the intuition, going into the subconscious mind, doing the work, okay? And putting in the work not only inside, within, to correct, to reprogram, but outside, right? The Eight of Pentacles is creating the wealth, is creating the dreams, is bringing in a balance from within and outside of you to get to your sun, to get to your inner strength, reclaim your power, but also radiate that unconditional love. Like this is, the sun is like, oh, I'm shining. I feel amazing. I feel balanced. I feel connected to source, but also I'm having my best life down here in earth school, and I am loving it, right? Because you're choosing, by you pausing and reflecting on your patterns and programs, you're gonna take a different choice. The new timeline is asking for you to pause and look at the patterns and the programs. Like you are in a pattern that you have to notice because this influences your choices. So looking inside and say, okay, where am I responding? What part of me allowed this or tolerated this or didn't speak up? What part of me? Looking at that, and once you see it, it's like, oh, I'm gonna take a different choice. And lastly, what is this new timeline, Spirit? What is this new timeline? What's the new timeline they're moving towards? Okay, again, we got the High Priestess, we got the Empress, planting seeds. Okay, so you know the High Priestess is still hidden. It's more of like you feel what's coming. You are nurturing yourself. You are protecting you have high boundaries. You're protecting your energy. Everything is like you're changing this energy towards you. So you're no more looking outside of you and holding on tight to what didn't work out with this King of Cups. But you're creating that within you. You are nurturing yourself. You are following your intuition and saying, fuck that. I let everything else go. I'm going to nurture myself. I'm going to plant new seeds of now what I desire, what I found and seen within myself. And these new seeds, they're ready coming out. They're ready like growing, right? The Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles is like you're going to be putting in the work to get what you want. You're bringing in balance. And what is the guidance for my pile number 2, Spirit? So the Six of Pentacles is invest in where people invest in you, places, things. If you're doing something and you don't feel like there's a return energetically, it doesn't inspire you, it doesn't bring you joy, it doesn't bring you the sun energy, then let it go. It's like only giving and receiving, relationship connections, things that you do is what you're being asked. Anything else to entertain, to create. So really tapping into your heart, to your joy and creating from that space. One more. Okay. So yes, you're being asked to be inspired, to connect to your little girl, to connect to inspiration, to create. And the Queen of Swords, she has clarity. She knows where she's going. She is inspired. She has the structure, the stability to move forward in her dreams. She sees it. She's the oracle. She's the visionary. So there's sense of, you're being guided to restructure your thoughts and your relationship to connections that keep you playing small, that do not meet you, and to connect with, give equal give and take, right? And stabilize as well. The Six of Pentacles is about foundation, stabilizing, 7 and 8 as well. So being asked to stabilize your thoughts for inspiration and have a tangible plan, know where you're headed, what you desire. And the Ace of Swords is all about clarity. And the Three of Wands is about seeing those things come forward. You're waiting, you're inspired, you know where you're going, and now you are waiting for that to come forward. In the meantime, you're working on your emotions and collaborations to move forward into calmer waters and you're moving away from this deceit and betrayal energy into healing, into Queen of Cups, which I love, and the Four of Wands, which is celebration, happy, emotional fulfillment. Oh, I love this for you. My beautiful pile number twos, hang in there. I hope this helped. Please let me know if it resonated, if this spoke to your soul, if you liked, enjoyed it, so that I could create more for you. And most importantly, drop a comment sharing your love. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want to follow me on my Instagram, it's intuitive sorimar. My website, sorimar.com. And like and subscribe to this channel so that I could create more content, and anything you want to know, any topics you want, please put them in the comments and I'll do my best to create them for you. Thank you, my pile number twos. Ciao. All right. My pile number threes. Hello, my beautiful babies. What's up? Wow, these first and second piles have been beautiful. It's been very inspiring and showing movement, showing a lot of growth. And the topics has been about death and rebirth. So let's see how this integrates with your reading. So no place like home. This is going inside, within you, within your heart. Looking at what's going on inside of you. Yes. Clean it up, right? Is removing anything that doesn't serve you inside within you. So this is, who am I? What are my beliefs? What are my programs? What are my patterns? What are, how do I speak? Am I optimistic? Am I pessimistic? What are my limiting beliefs in relationships, culture, who I am, what I think, how I see and seek validation? Do I love myself, or I seek it outside of me? Am I willing to face my ego and shadows and all that makes me to this moment, and let it be reborn, right? So you're being asked to clean up a lot of internal and external things that are not in alignment for you anymore. These are, when it's next to the no place like home, this is a lot within yourself. You know, how you act, how you speak, how you move, how you eat, how you breathe, what are your thinking? Like, cleaning it up, it reminds me of the mind, like cleaning your thoughts and behavior.